Welcome back everybody to the 2022 FIFA Best Awards, and the next award this evening goes to the Best Under 21 Player. And this year the award goes to Antonio Marin of Aston Villa. Congratulations, Antonio. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 56 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. And today we have two big games. We have Millwall in the FA Cup third round, a championship club, so we're going to play some of the kids in that. And then Benfica in it's not a must win, it's a must not lose game in the Champions League. Now we're back after the World Cup, and as you've just seen, Antonio Marin is a FIFA Under 21 Player of the Year, which is absolutely incredible. It's really good to have him at the club in that case, well in any case, but especially to have the Under 21 player. Now this is how the World Cup ended up. Holland beat Nigeria in the final, which is perhaps a little bit of a turn up, I would imagine. Now, if we just sort of go back, I'm assuming you guys will kind of want to have a quick look at this. Quick look at the groups. Group A, it was Uruguay and Austria went through, with Costa Rica and Qatar going out. Norway and Serbia went out in Group B, which is perhaps a surprise, especially given that Norway, they had two of our players, but also that's who stopped England from getting to the World Cup. Holland and Argentina, no real surprise there. Denmark topping the group with Brazil, Romania and South Korea. Nigeria and Spain went through at the expense of Portugal. USA went through at the expense of France. Now that has to be a turn-up. I am absolutely sure about that. We won't look at Group G, but wasn't a good one for the Aussies. And down the bottom there, you probably can't see because I'm in the way, but it was Ukraine that topped the group ahead of Belgium, with Tunisia and Mexico going home. That's quite the group of death, actually, isn't it? Maybe not a group of death, but a very even group. But if we just quickly go through the second round, you can see Ivory Coast knocked out Uruguay. It was a good World Cup for Africa, actually. Austria knocked out Colombia. Brazil knocked out Argentina in an epic game, I'm sure, in extra time. Holland knocked out Denmark. Nigeria knocked out the US. Germany knocked out Spain. Italy knocked out Belgium. And Mali knocked out Ukraine. So there were three African teams into the quarterfinals, which I would really love to see that. Then, of course, there was the all-African quarterfinal, but the one that stands out there, Germany 2, Italy 8, much to the delight of Brazilians everywhere, I'm sure. But the thing about this, there was no red cards. I mean, Pietro Pellegrini had an absolute storming game with 5 goals, which I'm sure has got to be a World Cup. Oh, maybe not, because Klose got 5 against Saudi Arabia, didn't he? But in the knockout stages, it is a record. I'm not even going to say it. Sure, it must be. I guarantee you that's the record of knockout rounds. Nigeria knocked out Mali on penalties. Brazil knocked out Austria, and Holland knocked out the Ivory Coast. We go to the semi-finals. It was Nigeria that knocked out Brazil in extra time. Holland got rid of the Italians. And then the third place playoff, in case we care, Italy beat Brazil. And in the finals, we can see it was 1-0 Holland over Nigeria. And Davy Klaassen is your World Cup winning goal scorer, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go. That is how the World Cup ended up. Now, if we go and have a quick look at competitions, just to refresh everybody's minds after that World Cup break, we are currently sitting second in the Premier League, though games in hand for Arsenal could put them ahead of us. United's right there. Chelsea's not far away either. Manchester City as well. Now, in the Champions League group, because this is where it gets interesting, if Bayern Munich was to beat Lyon and Benfica was to beat us, we'd all end up on 8 points in the group. I think it would just come down to straight goal difference then, in which case you can see us and Lyon are way ahead of the other two. So as long as we don't lose, then we're safe, because we will finish at least second, because Lyon and Bayern Munich can't both get to 9 points. So yeah, it's just a case of do not lose, and we'll be fine there. Now, there is a transfer window about to open. It's December 31st in game time. Now, the one thing that has me a little bit concerned here is this little red thing down the bottom here for financial fair play for the wages. I'm in the way here, aren't I? Let me see if I can just scooch out so you can see. We're currently spending $1 million over what I think we should be spending, or the board says we should be spending, but we're within our budget. I probably got away from the microphone a bit too far there. But we're still within our wage budget set by the club. Now, I'm assuming... I don't understand this. If you guys understand the wage increase, I get you can't make a loss. That's fine, but that's not what we're failing. The club is set to fail FFP regulations governing restrictions on yearly player wage expenditure. The board projects spending to be $1 million over that allowed under the regulations. So I don't understand how we can be within our budget, but over that, I'm wondering if once we sort of get more Champions League prize money in, if that'll make... I can't imagine the board would set us a wage budget over what we're allowed to spend. and we're 66 million in the bank. We've made a small loss so far this season, but we haven't got Premier League prize money yet, so I don't understand. I'm a little bit concerned. It says the punishment is if you remain in the same division, you're deducted 5 points for the following season. So it's not the end of the world. If we're deducted 5 points, if you look at that, what that will do to the league table now, we'd go down to 29 points. We'd be in 5th. So it's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing that could ever happen to us, I don't think. So anyway, that's my slight concern. If you have any knowledge on that, if we have more income, when we get more income, is that going to sort of counteract that? But this is the team we're sending out for the FA Cup. We're not too concerned about it because, we're just not too concerned about it this year. So Gaz Mosley in goal. It's Daly, it's Harry Thomas, it's Chambers and Gumney as a back four. You'll see we're going for a flat three in midfield. Cochrane, Silla and Lee Hendry. Paul Walker down the right. Colin down the left with Brian Carlos up top. David Bergkamp the second. You are on the bench, mate. Chambers wants first team football. So I don't want to have two young defenders in there as well against the Championship club. Now, the one problem we may have coming up here, as I said, the transfer window opens tomorrow. We have a lot of players that are interested by other clubs. And the big problem, potentially, is down here with Antonio Marin, because his recent awards have attracted the interest of Liverpool and Manchester United. We have him under contract, which should be fine, but worrying nonetheless. Alright, and David Bergkamp the second, number 5 was available, so lucky for you, as a central defender, you have number 5, so that is a stroke of luck there. They're looking very, very defensive. Tish Bowler is playing for them. We welcome him back to Villa Park. Hopefully, he will not leave very happy. So what do we say to this? Is it just a no pressure, go out there and play a natural game? I think that looks good to me. Yeah, let's go. Alright, here we go. The problem we're having, I was just sort of looking over the World Cup break at, where we could improve. And we're now almost halfway through the season, not quite because of the 2-month break before Christmas. Our top goal scorer has 4 goals. And that right there that's just our problem. We don't have a consistent goal scorer. Now, maybe the caveat to that is that we haven't really had a consistent team because we've been rotating so much. But still, only your top goal scorer having 4 goals is just not good enough. That's a decent ball in. It's cleared by Daly, though. A little bit of pressure coming on us here. Can we win this ball back and counter-attack? It doesn't look like we can. Daly's there, or maybe we can. No, it's a poor ball. It's a poor ball forward. Come on, boys. Get your head in the game. Honeyman. Oh, good save, guys. Yeah, we haven't had a consistent lineup, but it's concerning. We have a number of goal scorers. It's not like we're not scoring goals, but we do really need, I think, someone that we can rely on to get the goals. Borja has 3 and he got them all in one game, so he's having an absolute nightmare. Here we go. Cochrane. Corner comes in. Paul Walker! Oh, I thought that was going in. Rodrigo's still settling in. I think he will come good. Marin has 4 goals, and I think Almeida has 4 as well. So it's not that we're doing badly. We are doing badly this game, to be fair. We have not created anything. It's just that we don't have a consistent goal scorer, and that is becoming troubling. We do have a number of young players still. Colin! Oh, what the header that was, or almost was. We have that Mosquera back from the Colombian back on loan. We do, of course, have Rahib here on the bench. We might look to bring him on in this second half if Brian doesn't pick up his performances here. Brian, get your act together, mate. That wasn't great, was it? Not a shot on goal against the Championship club. So we'll get aggressive. Far from pleased with that, boys. We do have Lazar Markovic on the bench. We could look to bring him on as well. Potentially, this is his last game. His contract's up the end of the year. We do have that young Moroccan right winger that we signed. Some serious, actually, injury news is Nick Roberts has a blood clot. So, I'm assuming he's lucky to be alive, to be honest, but he's out for pretty much the rest of the season. So that does perhaps free up a spot for Markovic. So we're going to make some changes here. We're going to bring on some of the big guns. I'm really excited to have a Sudanese player in the team. I know I keep saying it, but I'm really excited to have a Sudanese player in the team. What else do we want to do here? I think that's just about enough for now. Sorry, my voice is a little bit croaky today. Show some passion, boys. Come on. Let's go attacking. What we might also look to do here is exploit the flanks. The problem, I think, is that they're so defensive that it is difficult to find a way through. I'll give it another get creative here. Are we going to a replay? That really is the last thing we need, if I'm honest. Markovic heads it on, but can't get to it there. Come on, put a bit of pressure on this, boys. Come on, this is... it's boring me at this point. Come on. We're better than this. Chambers. We could look to bring David Bergkamp on, but maybe we could bring Bergkamp on for Harry Thomas. Harry Thomas has actually done okay, hasn't he? Markovic has a good ball for Colin Odendeo, or something along those lines. 1-0, first goal of the season. It's not his first goal for the club. He did score, I think, back in the championship days. But certainly a long time between drinks for Colin Odendeo. Good stuff, good movement, and Markovic just continues to prove his worth, doesn't he? Just continues to show that there is a player in there that could be of use to us. And now we have to defend from the corner. It comes in, it's headed away by Harry Thomas. It's not quite clear, and it's 1-1. Well, that was annoying and short-lived. I wonder if it's any relation to David Batty. Come on, boys, show some passion. So much work to get ahead. Good header from Harry Thomas, to be fair. No one picked him up. And, I mean, Gaz didn't really have a chance, did he? Alright, come on. Are we going to a replay after all? We don't really have much on the bench. We could bring Elena on for Hendry, perhaps. Yeah, Hendry's looking a little bit tired, and one thing he can't do is push forward. So we might switch those two around, and then just push Elena up. There we go. Come on, boys, come on. Oh, look a little bit. We played a few friendlies, but I didn't want to overdo it because we had the under 23, so I just sort of was playing people who needed a bit of match fitness in the under 23s. But we're going to extra time. I did not know that. I thought replays only got done after maybe this particular year. I thought it was the 5th round. So in a way, that's a good thing. Let's go with a bit of passion. Don't let this slip away. Were the favourites here go out there and give the fans a performance? That didn't work at all, did it? Not at all. Don't be stressed there, Mr. Silla. Alright, we'll give this just a general... You can still improve, you can still improve, you can still improve. I'm wondering if we get an extra sub now as well. If we do... I mean, who do we bring on, really? It might be a case of if we can get in front again, we bring on Bergkamp the second, go 3 at the back, 3 centre-backs, 5 at the back, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? Well, what we don't want now is penalties. That is what we want to avoid at all costs, and we have an injury to Dali. So Matt Target will have to come on for him, and we can't make any more subs. You get the feeling it's going to be one of those days here, don't you? Okay, so... I think Gumney can he slip in at centre-back? I mean, he's going to have to. It's not really a matter of if he can or not anymore. Alright, so we need to go like this. He's reluctant. He's reluctant. Do we go more defensive than that again? We might need to... What we'll do is we'll put Cochrane back in there. We'll play him as a deep-lying playmaker, and then we'll look to get these two forward. We'll play them in more attacking roles, but starting from deeper positions, I think. More for when we don't have the ball. Come on, boys, get creative. Hopefully that's not too serious for Dali, because he is a good prospect. Potential knee injury, that could potentially be quite serious. Alright, Alina, what can you do over a set piece? Alina! Oh, it's there for the keeper, Harry Thomas! Harry Thomas, he pops up in the cup games time and time again. First ever goal for Aston Villa. That's a lie because he scored in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. We all saw it last season. Alina, decent free kick, flapped out, and Harry Thomas, Bobby on the spot, or Johnny on the spot. That's the one, isn't it? Let's give this a concentrate, please, boys. Gaz over a goal kick or a free kick, more likely from out there. And let's see what we can do here. We don't need to be attacking anymore. We probably just want to go back to positive. We don't want to completely sit back. That's a cracking ball for Colin. Can he get a cross in for our Sudanese friends? It's well defended, actually. You don't really expect us to have that many men forward at this point because we are... Actually, I need to fix up our tactics. Is that Mads back? Because I think we sold him to Millwall, didn't we? I'll have to check. Of course, we signed him in the Championship for those who are newer to the series. Oh, Gaz Mosley. From the tightest of angles. And, yeah, you just begin to wonder if this is just not meant to be. Down to 10 men. I should have switched this so we were more disciplined and looked to close the game down. And I didn't because I got excited about the goal. Oh, Gaz, I'm not sure you should be getting beaten from there, mate. Alright, we are beginning to look tired as well. We've been the better team. We've looked much better after that first half. It's not too much. We can't do anything. We don't have any subs. I don't want to sort of play it out for penalties. We should get to that. We do. Oh, I really wanted Harry Thomas to get the winner. If we look, we have been playing him a little bit more off the bench, and there is a little bit of movement on the green dot front or the green arrow front. So that's a good thing. All right, from the corner, Harry Thomas again. Come on, mate. There it is. It's headed away. Are we going to get caught out in the counter attack here? Oh, Gumney's back there. We don't have enough men. Enough men back there, do we? Because one of our fullbacks has been injured, so that's probably why. And we'll probably need to fix that. It's only 5 minutes to go. What's the worst that can happen? Here we go. Rahib! That's his first goal for the club. The Sudanese superstar, Ahmed Rahib. Or Rabi, I don't know how you say it. But anyway, he's got the goal. It's his first for the club. And now I need to actually concentrate here. And I've done that in the completely wrong order. Let's just enjoy the goal again, and then we'll worry about changing things. A good finish for his first goal for the club. A cracking ball from Colin as well, wasn't it? Well done to him. Was he offside? I mean, it wasn't given, so I don't particularly care if it was or not, but he's not onside. He's well on. All right, let us... Oh, we can't do it yet. Come on. All right, now we can do it. Let's time waste. Let's slow down this tempo. Let's play for set pieces. We'll still counter press. I like that. Don't let them settle on the ball, and that all looks good to me. We should probably be more compact, shouldn't we? All right. Yes, I want to continue. Wait, tactical changes. I wouldn't have made them if... Oh, we've got another injury. We're down to 8 men. This is absolutely unbelievable. Okay, well, at this point, it just becomes an exercise in defending, doesn't it, really? We put... Rahib can kind of play on the right, I think, can't he? Just on the off chance that the rules have changed. Nope. Oh, this is unbelievable. Okay, so now we still want to exploit the flanks. What we want to do is we want to distribute the ball to the flanks. And I think we want to just defend quite narrow now, don't we, really? I don't really want to sit deep, if I'm honest, because if we sit deep, we're just going to invite them on. But they're probably going to look to hit us over the top, aren't they? No, we're going to stay up. My thinking is that if we sit deep, we're going to invite them on and sort of give them the ball. If we push up, we kind of want them to look to go over the top, I think. Oh, this is a proper highlight. Silla's there. Have I made a mistake in playing the high line still? Oh, Harry Thomas, can we get them? No, we can't. Oh, that is really, really disappointing. Was it a mistake to play the high line? When we're backing off, I don't necessarily think it is. We just don't have enough. We don't have enough men back there. That's what it comes down to, isn't it? We don't have defense. Should I have put Markovic and Rahib back as more defensive wingers? But they're not defensive players. We have some decent penalty takers there. It looks like we have 5 decent ones. I always let the players decide. We really, really need Alina to go. We need a good start here, don't we? Oh, I can't believe this is going to penalties. Alina! Oh, I thought he'd saved it, but it's in. All right, come on, Gaz. Come on, mate. Lazy Dude is playing Football Manager as well. Bradshaw puts it in. Bad lucky there, Gaz. Rahib. Come on, mate. You've already got one. We need a second one now, like you would not believe. And he's done it. He's done it. 2-1. I think Gaz has got a save in him here. May not be this penalty. I think he's got a save in him, though. Go on, Gaz. Go on, Gaz. Oh. Just went the wrong way there. All right, Markovic. If you score, we'll consider giving you a new contract. Markovic. There he goes. Say goodbye to Lazar, boys. He has just cost himself his career at Aston Villa. All right, Gaz. Now we need a save from you. It's Honeyman. Gaz! Oh, just stand there. They're taunting us now. They're taunting us. All right, Alpha. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, good penalty from Silla. All right, now we're getting into it, aren't we? This needs to be a save, does it? It doesn't have to be, but it would really help. It would really, really help our cause here, guys, if you could just pluck a save for us. Oh, he's gone the wrong way again. They are taunting us. Well, this is it now, isn't it? Sudden death. Is Gaz taking a penalty? No, it's Harry Cochrane. Come on, Hazard. No pressure whatsoever, mate, but we need this to stay in the tournament. I am going to be blaming the injuries, by the way, if we do happen to lose this game. Not my high line. Oh, good penalty from Cochrane. All right, Gaz. Come on. If there was ever a time... Oh, it's Batty as well. He got the goal, didn't he? You've already got one, mate. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. You think they take these at the Holte end, but the Holte end tends to be full of away fans, and this doesn't it? So maybe that's why we're at the other end. Come on, Gaz. Come on, Gaz. Go on. I'm going to throw it out there. I don't think we necessarily deserve that. I mean, I don't understand what tactical change we can make at this point. Yeah, I mean... That's disappointing. It's... I mean, when it's injuries, what can you do? So there it is, we are out. So hopefully the injuries aren't too serious. That would just sort of be a little 6 to 8 days. That's fine. Colin is 6 to 8 days. A twisted knee. Could you not have run that off maybe, mate? I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of the FA Cup for this year. Wait right there, guys. We'll be back for a Champions League game. Okay, welcome back. It is time for... As I said, it's a must not lose, isn't it? We don't lose, we go into the knockout rounds. Now, a little bit have happened in terms of transfer news. We did get our right winger in, our Moroccan right winger. Here he is here, Rashid Omega. Decent enough player. He's not going to play this year, I don't think, because of the squad registration. But he is going to do okay. And it looks as though Hepburn Murphy's off to Blackburn or maybe Norwich for about 1.9 million. They're giving his contracts up at the end of this season. That's good cash. Now, I apologise, this episode is going to go long because of the penalty shootout last game. But we'll rattle through the team here. It's Livakovic in goal. Holgate and Chambers as the back two. Bree and Emerson down the wings. Aya, McGinn and Grealish in midfield. Almada in behind. Bothheim and Rodrigo up top. Alright, so we can see the way they're lining up. We're going with this formation because Marin picked up a little bit of a knock and Markovic was tired from that last game. All our wingers are injured right now, so I figured this is probably the best way to go. Because let's go out and have some fun. Yeah, let's go with that. January is just absolutely insane again, sort of 3 games a week, so I don't want to get tied players, January 1st. Yeah, but like I say, this is going to be a long episode, so I do apologise for that. I usually like to keep them sort of 20 or 25 minutes or so, but I'm pretty sure that last game was about 25 minutes. So, yeah, we'll rattle through this as best we can, but just make sure that we do get the result we need. That's a little bit too far for him to be able to run there, please, boys. Let me know what you guys prefer to on episode lengths. I always figure that 20-25 minutes is about right, but if you have feedback, or just let me know how long do you like episodes to be, and I can try and either shorten them or draw them out. Not draw them out, but you know what I mean, like go more in depth into certain things. Always looking for feedback to improve things. So if you do have any feedback on that sort of, or anything really, just let me know. So far so good, really, isn't it? We just need to not lose this game. Yeah, but the only thing I'm perhaps looking to do in the transfer window is maybe a right back or sort of right wing back upgrade. The problem is that we have a fully registered squad right now. We have our 25 players. So if we sign somebody, we have to sell somebody, which is a good position to be in because it means we can just upgrade. It's not a bad position to be in at all. That was absolutely horrible by both teams, to be fair. Let's say that wasn't good enough. So the plan is that Rashid will come in next year for Markovic. I don't think we're going to renew his... The only problem I have with not reviewing or renewing, I should say, Markovic's contract is that he's very effective for us. He does get goals and he does get assists. But I think long term moving forward that we're better off with Rashid. He's on 40 odd grand a week, so if we renew him, you assume he's going to want more than that. We'll be looking at sort of into the 50, 60 grand a week mark, and I just don't think he's worth that. It's a decent ball in. Let's head it away. Can we get to this, please? I mean, at what point here do we start to shut up shop and just look for the 0-0 draw? McGinn is complaining about first team football again, having just been happy. His squad status was set to key player, so we'll play him a few games here, and we've dropped him back to just a first teamer because he's not really a key player for us anymore. So I probably should have done that a little bit sooner. I wonder if that's the Willock from. There's an Arsenal youngster, isn't he? Willock? No, I don't think that's him. He is English, but it's not him. Let's give it a show some passion. Emerson's looking nervous. Chambers is frustrated by that. He's on a booking as well. We do have defender Rodrigo on the bench. Lyon is beating Bayern Munich, so that's a little bit annoying because that means that if we were to win here that we wouldn't be able to go top of the group. This is absolutely horrid. 5 minutes to go. I don't think we've had a highlight yet. So we're going to bring on Borja, the unlikely man. We'll change everything up front, actually, because those guys have just not done anything. We'll bring him on as a complete forward. We might drop him back to support, and we'll bring on... We'll keep Almeida, but we might just push him on a little bit. And then we'll keep everything else. We do want to try and stay solid if we can, because obviously we do need to not concede here. If we were to concede now, like that, we could be in some trouble, actually. I'm just trying to do maths in my head. Did we draw Benfica? I can't remember if we drew them now. Can we get a league table here somewhere? It's a good strike, to be fair. We will continue. We have dropped down to third. We do need a goal. Well, this is not good. Demand more. Push forward. Boys, what are you doing to me? Come on, boys. Come on. 3 minutes to go, and suddenly I'm a little bit panicked here, actually. We might be going to crash out. Borja goes long for Labadovic. Come on, mate. Come on, look at the man. Look at the man in the middle. Look at the man. Can he find him? He can. Almeida! I was really, really worried because apparently I'd mucked up the maths in my head massively that we were going to go through even if we lost this. And we weren't, but we've got the goal. Labadovic has done really, really well, and pushing Almeida forward may have just made the difference there. Good first touch, got some space, and a cracking finish to go with it. Let's give this a concentrate, please, boys. Let's see this through now. Let's see this through. We're back up into second, and this should now be it. Surely you're not going to go up the end of the field. Blow it up, ref. We've gone over time already. Referee. Ref. Blow it up, ref. Oh, blow it up, ref. Blow it up. Blow it up, referee. We've done it. I will never trust my maths ever again. I don't know why I thought we would go through if we were equal on points with Benfica. I was thinking goal difference, wasn't I? Not head-to-head. We drew them at home, didn't we? So that was... we've qualified, so I think we can be happy with that. And let's all just take a collective breath as we rescue a late draw and progression into the first knockout round. That would have been... I would never have lived that down. Remember it was at Pellegrini a couple of years ago with City that didn't realise that they needed one goal to go through against Bayern Munich. I think it was Pellegrini at City, wasn't it? Anyway, that was essentially my Pellegrini moment. But we have done it. We have got through. Second in the group. We will take that. We've knocked out Bayern Munich and Benfica, and that is Bayern Munich's out of Europe altogether. But guys, as I said, this episode's going long, so I'm not going to ramble on. That's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Not a classic, 2 draws, but we got a good draw and a bad draw, really, didn't we? We will be back. I'm not sure. Here's the first knockout round of the Champions League there. We will be back on Monday. We'll start the week with... What do we want to come back for here? Do we just want to come back maybe for Crystal Palace and the first knockout round? That might be one. Then we can do City and Wolves and then the second knockout round. That's what we'll do then. So we'll come back tomorrow for Monday for Crystal Palace and whoever the first knockout round draw is. I'll try and remember to tweet out who it is we get in the first knockout round once we have the draw. But guys, as I said, that's it for today. I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care.